Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4, playing as the United States of America, though I expect to be turning those into the Communist United States very, very soon. I am going to start working on a little bit more tech. I guess we can go ahead and start working on this. I'm a little bit worried in 112 days that this isn't going to start, though. I feel like if we wait like a couple more months, maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to get some technology without giving the CSA some sort of an advantage. Do you think? I think maybe yes. What are some fast and easy techs I could work on? Let's go for some excavation tech. Let's go for the extra oil research. Nope, never mind. That's going to take way too long. Forget that. We could go for the radar. That's a little ahead of time, but not by much. So yeah, that'll be fine. And then what else? We don't want to do this. We could start working on some more fighters and stuff. I did get scout planes just in case I find those useful. Let's go ahead and start working on the upgrade to artillery. We need to start getting some of these military buffs at some point, even if it is a little bit risky. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Now, speaking of risks, it's time to go ahead and start prepping for the eventual movement of our enemies. They are going to be spawning in the south, and the fun fact about these historical focuses is we know exactly where they're going to go. So we wanted to quickly change our fallback line, which I guess I already removed, and place that somewhere else. Let's take a look at states. So, there we go. I'd like to keep that up for a second, please. We know Virginia is going to betray us, so we'll do something like this. Follow along this railroad at least a little bit. Okay, West Virginia I think is fine. Kentucky and Missouri, I'm pretty sure it's Virginia and down to Tennessee, and everything below that is what's going to be an issue. So really, we want to do something kind of like this with my 24 divisions, spreading them out so that they are prepared and ready to go. I also want to go for a quick little fallback line on the western border of Texas, which you can see I already more or less had set up down here. Now, some people will be all like, have you been researching this achievement? Yes. Yes. Do you guys think that I go into achievement runs blind and just like hope that things work out? Of course I do my research. I'm an engineer. I research everything in triplicate before I make a single worthwhile decision in my life, and it destroys everything I love. Anyway. My obsession with research aside, yes, I do research on this, and this is, again, a pretty textbook move. You're gonna be moving your troops down along the borders over here, getting ready, so you're in position to quickly keep these guys out, but there's a reason for this. All the victory points that you can steal when the Civil War begins should result in you getting more troops. So the faster we are able to seize some important victory points, the more powerful we become, and the faster we can put them on the back footing. To that extent, speed is kind of important. Something that is recommended by some folks is to train up at least a handful of cavalry divisions. The reason you get some cavalry divisions is so you can rush to the oil fields in Texas. Otherwise, your Air Force and your Navy come grinding to a halt, and maybe also a few more to grab some victory points. Heck, if you can get all the way down into, let's say, Richmond, which is where, you know, the capital of the Confederates will often spawn, historically accurate being that it is, that can be pretty powerful for you. So we're going for that. That's why I want to have some cavalry. Do I plan on keeping them long term? Absolutely not. Cavalry is still not very good, although you can do some pretty fun runs with them. We're not trying to do that. I just want to quickly get into some of these points, secure the resources I know that I'm going to need, and then beat these guys down. Losing more factories down to the south, but I am building up more military factories as fast as I can. We certainly have a handful to work with. I will at some point need to continue building up some civilian factories, so we can go ahead and start queuing these up, because I need to think long term beyond just, you know, the Civil War. I mean, I need to militarize and all, but I also am going to need to have a strong economy. For now, this should be enough factories to keep me going for at least a bit. We'll see what happens with that. Worker Management Act is going to get me another 17.5% consumer goods, which is kind of massive. So we're going to be able to start building out a lot more things in just a little bit. It's going to be so freaking fun. You're going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. We're all going to love it. State interferes with tax collection. Okay. This is a sign that the Civil War is almost ready to fire off. Okay, the government of Tennessee is shutting down federal tax collection. We get some consumer goods for a month because we're saying they're greedy. No, they're just rebellious and treasonous. That's all they are. Yeah, why not? We'll just go ahead and pick this up for fun. Maxed out carriers, why not? I never get to use carriers. Anyway, that is a sign that things are about to go south, though. So we need to be ready to start getting some military tech. It actually might work out that we get the inner artillery and they don't get any of it. What kind of logistics am I looking at here, by the way? We do have the opportunity. I did actually swap out one of the templates to have a little bit of artillery, so now we're at 21 combat width. We have a little bit more soft attack, so this is all looking pretty good. Something I will need to start producing at some point soon is anti-air. Don't think I'm too worried about that right now, because it's not like the Confederates are going to have a ton of anti-air, ton of aircraft of their own. But at some point, anti-air, I think, has become kind of a must for most divisions. It's just so valuable. You get a lot of valuable stats for very little effort, honestly. There goes more factories. That's fine. We have almost universal support for our party. That's pretty good. The Anschluss of Austria, okay, fun. The Fair Labor Standards Act just bypassed because we got rid of the Great Depression. All right, so that's all taken care of. Huzzah! What other things could we do? We could do the Federal Housing Act, and I think you have to do this before you're democratic. You do this, and 5 random states get a building slot. The United States is kind of huge. I don't see this as being like that important, so I think I just kind of ignore that for the moment. Let's go for the desegregation of the armed forces and see if we can work toward becoming communist. Because if I can become war economy ready as a communist, that would be outstanding. Italy abandons the naval treaty. Okay. Secession, it has begun! All right, the Confederacy of the American States is now beginning in Texas specifically. Call it what it is treason! Treason, I tell you! And they're going to be declaring war on me pretty soon, I would imagine. Hey, are we almost done training up some of the cavalry? Not really? That's unfortunate. Okay. So wait, is the capital of the Confederacy going to be in Dallas in the end of this? Huh. I mean, I know Texas loves to threaten secession every once in a while, but I wasn't expecting it. There it is! There it is! All right, a house divided. Mere hours after the first state severed its ties with the United States, others followed suit with almost identically sounding declarations. It's almost as if it was organized. Hopes of a peaceful separation were quickly dashed when several demonstrations of the affected states in favor of continued membership of the United States turned bloody, and a number of federal officials were assaulted. In a few cases, supporters of President FDR, or just people accused of insufficient zeal for independence, were lynched by the crowd. Interim President Russell Trimble, that's a great name, has called these events regrettable but understandable acts of civic retaliation against governmental overreach. Ugh. Make me sick, and promised the perpetrators presidential pardons if they came forward. He further demanded a complete withdrawal of all federal troops from the territory of the new state, as well as a demilitarized zone of the border to avoid further misunderstandings. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt has refused to even entertain the notion and ordered the military to restore order. We've been here before, haven't we? Yes! Why, yes, we has. Oh, we're still training our troops. We probably should not be doing that. All right, let's go ahead and pick all you guys up and quickly set you all along, let's say, here, roughly, mostly. I mean, I kind of want to get, like, a bit more, but I need to be careful not to overstretch myself a little bit here. Then we want to get these guys all in position. And actually, I kind of wish I had all my troops set up in Oklahoma, because we could have made a beeline for Dallas. Absolute beeline, but who knew that was going to be the case? All right, so we'll do that. Now, let's just double check first and foremost, where are the oil supplies? They're almost all right along over here. This is the state that I need to grab. We still have a fair bit, but it's only gonna last for a while. So let's go ahead and make our push down this way to Dallas. Go as fast as you can before they have a chance of properly organizing themselves. You guys are gonna be setting up mostly around, let's say, like Virginia and stuff. Let's try to avoid going too deep into the mountains, but if we can get up to Virginia and Tennessee, that would also be pretty great. We've got a little bit of time to work with. I am going to probably, down over here, deploy the cavalry, just the 8 that I was able to get, okay? And I'm gonna set you all up to a separate army just so I can easily control some of you. You've got outstanding stats, dude. Wow, you're amazing. All right, anyway, go for this, and what I want to do basically is just make a very quick push down toward Houston, grabbing Dallas along the way, or at least surrounding it and trying to disrupt a lot of their supply generation coming out of their capital area. So this is going to turn into something really ugly pretty soon here. We're going to see a whole lot of enemies firing off, but what can you do? The biggest threat that I can think of is actually that the Germans and the Italians might very well decide that they want to send a whole load of volunteers over here, which could be very painful. Now, the question is, do I want to go for this partial mobilization right now or no? Now, it would waste a lot of political power to pick this up and then go for war economy. At the same time, it's going to take me a while to get this, and I don't know how fast I can win this war, but if it's fast, I miss my chance. So you know what? I am going to go for the partial mobilization, even though I know it's a bit of a risk. We're going to do it. Amelia Earhart wants to enlist? Sure, I'll take a free flying ace. That sounds amazing. Oh, also, free guns. Thank you. I love it. I love this present that you have given me. It's so good. So very nice. What else do we want over here? More civilian factories wouldn't be a bad idea. It is kind of important that we keep doing that. Let's also just trickle in a few military factories periodically along over here. I mean, we're not going to be building out too much more than I already am at this point, though we do have 6 full lines of factories working over here. We call that pretty good. Air wings, hi, all of you. Yes, air superiority and close air support, and if you can do some strategic bombing, specifically of their air bases, plus, I don't really care what else. Maybe their anti-air if they have any, that'd be good. Forts if you find any, sure. And then also, can we do some logistics striking? That could be pretty nice. So these bombers, actually, all of you guys hang out over here. And do I want to have all of them set up in the East Coast? Or do I want to have them all focus over here? Tell you what, we're going to split some of you guys, some close air support and some fighters, get down here into the Southwest, and get that going. Now, for our Navy, we need to stop with this whole training thing, and we need to patrol all along the coast. All right? All along the coast. I need to have a really good admiral. Positioning, retreat decision, blah, blah, blah. Spotting speed could be useful. Deep oceans. I don't think we're going to be fighting over a lot of deep oceans, if I'm honest. I guess I'll take you for the time being. We might actually want to split the Navy up a couple times. Yeah, let's go ahead and have you guys do this. Can I split you evenly? Yes, let's have this. And then move you all to a new group in the same thing. That way they can split their forces. And then we'll have you split up and also join a new thing. Okay. That way we have enough groups so we can keep some fleet in the Navy at all times. Hopefully, this will be helpful for trying to strangle some of the supply that'll be coming in. Volunteers from the Soviet Union. I'll take it. That sounds fantastic. I mean, I don't expect them to be very good, but I'll take what I can get. Thank you very much. Cavalry, how y'all doing over here? So get down to Dallas. Now, Dallas is no longer the capital. It did, in fact, move over here to Richmond. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and start making our pushes right now. We don't have much time to waste. I need to micromanage this every time that I see an opportunity to make a push in. We should do that, especially if it gives me an opportunity to smash up some of their railroads and prevent some important supplies from getting around. I want them to get as choked up as possible while they are sending all of their troops up to the front lines. If I can get to places like Norfolk, for example, it'd be a pretty nice way of getting at least a handful more victory points. Let's also continue working over here towards Richmond. I see some troops moving around this way. Tell you what, I'm going to pin you down so you can't go anywhere. Then we're going to have all of you work over here. We're going to try to work down towards Richmond. Let's get these guys in position, keeping an eye on all of this. So we have not got green air over here. These guys are not active in the East Coast. Let's do that. There we go. All right. Soldiers are deserting once again. Such unbelievable disloyalty. How dare you? Anyway, so the idea here is that now we have at least a bit of close air support doing their job over Myan. As we get more research, we're going to wish we had some more stats. I really wish I had committed to getting some additional stuff, but oh well. Now let's see. We have a fair bit of artillery to go around, but not much in the way of infantry equipment, unfortunately. If I wanted to swap out a few troops for more artillery-based divisions, we could, but that's going to be difficult. Let's go ahead and take at least a whole load of guns, so this is going to help us a lot. The state funds are no longer withheld. Thank you, Tennessee, for being a better sport and playing along at this point. You guys continue pushing through all of this. I need to make sure we burn this down. You guys start pushing down over here next. Good. All of you guys are going to head down toward Richmond. You stop your attack. We do not feel like losing ground in Norfolk. Let's see if we can sneak around over here by Richmond, see if we can just run in and grab the capital. That should be pretty helpful. We got it. Volunteers come in from Virginia. Thank you. All right. Make separate units. Create 2 American units in Virginia or get some manpower and some equipment. Some equipment would help me get my troops up to full strength, but I also need numbers. So a couple of extra troops over here don't seem like that bad of an idea to me. Let's go ahead and send them down over here to Texas. and have them continue working on some of that. You guys, please push down around this way. I like the idea of pinning these guys down, but it's not working tremendously well for us. Looks like they had a second capital over here that we've managed to snag. Let's see if we can sneak down around over here. My supply is not looking outstanding, but that's okay. We'll live with some of that. So, yeah, I just need to micromanage a bit. Let's see if we can get down over here. This is going to cut off some supply down toward Norfolk. And if they want to keep pushing over here, honestly, that's kind of fine by me. I really don't mind. You guys keep doing what you're doing over here. It's great. You get down over here, again, trying to grab one of these major junctions. Can I stop you from going anywhere, please? We managed to grab that. You get down here, again, take a major railway junction. Want some victory points. Desperately would like to get some victory points. Still do not have full control of the oil, and you can see that this is now starting to become a bit of a problem. We need to be getting this oil, and we need to be getting it fast. So let's just have everything we have go for it. This way. Get down here, grab stuff from the state. All right? We have more divisions who have arrived. Thank you, volunteers in Maryland. Let's go ahead and push these guys out. That's what we're doing right now. Good. Get down to San Antonio. One of you guys turn around, head down here toward Houston. We found some opposition. We can get over that way. We can go for some more surrounds. So far, this is looking kind of okay. We're doing all right over here. Not a problem. Civil wars aren't always that difficult to deal with. Whoop! Okay, we found some problems here. It'd be great to get some reinforcements down here so we don't lose this ground. Our cavalry are not exactly what I would call strong. The enemy is making a concerted effort to protect their victory points, which is a very sensible thing to do. Let's get down to Atlanta and have you push down to Birmingham, Alabama. Do all that, and hopefully we get a few more volunteers. You get up to Norfolk. You push along this way, I guess. Grab a port. You don't let this guy go anywhere. You guys are already pushing where I want you to. You guys work your way down towards Charlotte. Okay. That's all looking fine so far. Good. One of you turn down this way so we can make sure we grab the railroads. You pick this up real quick. These guys aren't going to go anywhere. Volunteers come in from Tennessee. Once again, I'm going to be grabbing at least a couple more of these volunteers. Send them down to Texas. We'll sweep around through Louisiana by the time that we're done with all this. So how's our oil situation looking now? Are we actually successfully stealing a bit? We've got 134, but it ain't gonna be enough. Let's take a look at the resources here. Yeah, so they still got a bit. We've stolen some of it, but not all of it. Actually, we've damaged a fair bit as well, which is kind of interesting. Wasn't planning on that, but all right. Can you get down to Houston again, please? Since they've left this completely undone. Perfect. We get a couple more units coming in from Georgia. See? See? This is why you want to be going for victory points. What else do we want to do? Well, I want to start going down this way and help out taking in Birmingham. Let's get over this way. Make sure we seize all of this. You guys work your way down along the railroad. You guys go this way and cut off these guys for a quick little encirclement. Volunteers come in from Texas. We will have a couple more units joining up immediately in the Texas region so that they are ready to get into the fray right off the bat. Not able to grab Houston yet. If we could have you guys assist. Can you? No, you can't get over here yet. Volunteers come in from Arkansas. Excellent. Then I think from here on out, we're probably going to take just some guns and stuff. Let's just make sure that we can fight at full strength going forward. We're very close to being able to get this. Help over here. Perfect. You guys take on San Antonio. You guys assist at San Antonio. You guys do the same thing. You guys help out down over here. We really want to take this. Can you sneak around down this way, heading toward New Orleans and Baton Rouge? That could be very helpful to me. You are currently encircling a single unit over here, which is not outstanding, but I'll take it. If you get down here toward Charleston, that would also be very helpful. Okay. How are we doing as far as our air coverage in the right regions? For the most part, pretty good, but now I might want to even get over here into the Gulf Coast and help out over here, because this is now where I'm having a bit of trouble. We're trying to fight over Texas, but we don't have full green coverage, at least not yet. Let's go ahead and pick up. The defense and the breakthrough seems kind of important. Let's try to push these guys out. They have some trucks, but they're not going to amount to much. Should be getting some more volunteers out of San Antonio in just a minute. Let's go ahead and keep pushing these guys out. It's going to be a small encirclement right over here. It's going to be great. Cavalry's already on his way. Let's just push down, down, and down like this. You guys go here. Boom. This should crush the rest of the resistance in southern Texas. I do still want to get Houston. Looks like we are getting it. Pin this guy down so he can't go anywhere. We get Houston. Now you can attack from this direction, and that should be easy enough. This civil war, not a problem. Not a problem at all. We're completely fine. And by the way, this is why I went for the partial mobilization. Notice that we are getting close to done with this civil war, at least I think we are. And we are nowhere close to having the democratic socialism. Yeah, they're already 87% of the way down. No, it's a good thing I'm not waiting for the war economy. I decided to take, bird in the hand versus two in the bush, and that was absolutely the right decision. Problem solved. We're gonna finish all of these losers off. That's right, I called you losers. Does it make you mad, bruh? Does it make you mad, bruh? Let's go over here. We're gonna surround these guys over here as well. Can you help finish this off real quick? Can you also help finish this off real quick? Can you help finish this? Oh, wait. They're finishing me off. No, we can't allow this. Hang on. Push these guys back real quick. They have terrible equipment. All right, now you go this way. These guys are pathetically weak. What is wrong with these guys? Do they have no artillery? Hang on. Let's take a look at their stats. They have very little defense. Very little, and part of that's because of the complete lack of supply, but you get the idea over here. Can you guys start pushing along the railroads over this way? We weren't able to get Charlotte. Now that makes me sad. We weren't able to get Charleston either. Can you get over here and then push up this direction? You get over here, you get over here. We'll just start trying to apply a bit of pressure in a couple directions. Their cavalry are very weak. We should be easily able to push these guys out of the way. There's a boost to our artillery. We are losing trains due to logistic airstrikes. Wow, very bold indeed. It is 1938, which means we can go for some extra soft attack, which I'll happily do. We don't have a planning bonus going along here in the south, and I think we should go ahead and just grab it and let people start running some fights when they can. I'm gonna go ahead and get some guns and some manpower. So this should allow us to start reinforcing at least a little bit. Do I still have very little in the way of oil? Yeah, a lot of our oil has been damaged because it is not our core territory anymore. That's a bit of a problem from a fuel perspective, obviously. It means that we are not going to be able to use our planes for that much longer. We could turn off our Navy for a bit, but I'm kind of happy with what we've got, so let's just run on fumes for a little bit. I think that's okay. Wow, what are you guys doing here? No, don't let these guys go anywhere, and let's try to cut these guys off. I'd like to prevent these guys from retreating anywhere, if you please. Maybe, hang on. Attack from this direction. There we go. Prevent these guys from going anywhere. Push down to the south. Keep going. Doing all right. Getting over here. These guys will be surrounded. We'll finish them off in due time. Then you can help fight over this as well, maybe. Or not. I don't know. Let's see. New focuses. Democratic socialism? Do we go for it? Full desegregation? End monarchism? So if we don't go for communism, I could go ahead and pick this up right now. I mean, I don't feel like 5 building slots is that big of a deal, though. Am I crazy on this? This doesn't feel very important to me. I think we could just skip it. But, you know, this is kind of our only opportunity to get it, too, before I pick up democratic socialism. Militia organization, unholy alliance we don't need right now. We could go for the research slot, and monarchism gives me a war goal against Japan and the UK. You know what? Let's go for this. Why not? Let's just do it. Hey, can you help finish this guy off real quick? Thank you. No. You get down here, please. Help over here. Okay, so they're trying to take me on in Charleston. I don't want to lose any units over there if I can avoid it.
Go!
Orange, your new goal. Go this way. Go.
Move out!
Cavalry, you are going to change color so we can figure out what I want to do with you. And then I'm going to get rid of this front line and we're going to have you go somewhere else. Where do we think they're going to be weak? I think that we might be able to make a push right through here and then make a beeline for Florida and Miami with our cavalry leading the charge. That could be pretty good. So let's go ahead and start making that push. We got the excavation tech. That's excellent. What else do we want to do? Let's see. I already got everything I want over there for now. Can't get any new planes that I care about. We could start working on the medium tanks. I'm going to go ahead and start researching that because we are absolutely going to have enough industrial capacity to support plenty of lovely tanks throughout this campaign, so I would like to do that. I'm in danger over here. Can we prevent this? Hang on. Fight back their cavalry units. Get in here and save the guys around Charleston. Thank you. It's like a little Ralph Wiggum action. I'm in danger. Oh, hi, Gimli. You found your little bed. He's so cute. I love him. He is great. Everyone praise Gimli. Bjork, Bjork. Superior firepower. More organization. Absolutely, we'll pick that one up. Thank you. We do have a fair bit of political power. I could swap over to a volunteer mobilization law, but I got plenty of manpower at the moment. And at some point, well, not reintegration. At some point, we should be able to... Is that it? Conscription law, limited intervention is not what I'm thinking of. At some point, we should be able to get our... Who is making a lot of noise out there? Someone outside is making some serious rackets. There's supposed to be a focus here somewhere that lets me change my conscription law automatically, and I don't remember where it is. It's the Selective Training Act. There it is. All right, yeah, we go down 2 focuses over here. We get limited conscription. That saves me a lot of political power, like 300. So is it worth changing that right now for manpower that I don't need? I think the answer to that has to be no. Probably not. What I would want to get, though, anything? We could go for some upgrades to our Chief of Army and Navy and stuff. Air Force. Accidents chance. You go for military high command. We could go for some research bonuses. We could get rid of this guy in favor of someone else. What would I want, though? Compassionate gentleman. Why would I can get a free financial expert at any point, which is kind of insane. I'm not going to lie. Tank designer, aircraft designer, tempting. I don't think it's a bad idea to go ahead and grab the industrial research speed, but I'm going to hold on to the political power. I don't think we need to spend it right now. I don't think we're going to gain much of anything out of this arrangement, so let's just hold off.
Pushing them back, sir.
Can you pin these guys down so they stop applying pressure over here, please? Thank you. We're about to finish all of these guys off. That's going to be great. We're capturing some more military factories. What do we need right now? Support equipment more than anything. Very well. Let's go ahead and start building out some of that. Cavalry have arrived. Cavalry have arrived. It's not exactly the same as an aircraft carrier, but I'll take it. So we should have a pretty concerted push right now, working through Louisiana with all of these troops. So we're going to be making a very deadly push directly across this. If I can find a way to cut some of these guys off, that would be outstanding. Their troops are pretty darn weak, I'm not going to lie. Where are the rest of my fighters? We need you guys to get up over here and assist me in the Gulf Coast more than anything. Let's back some of you guys up and just fight over here in the East Coast for a little bit, bomb them a little. I don't know, doesn't really matter too much. Boom, boom, bada, bada, boom. That's an encirclement on all these guys. They're not going to be getting very much supply over here anymore at all. Perfect. Okay. All is going well. So how much closer? Oh, wait. I think that was it. There we go. And I just see an achievement down here in the left. History repeated itself. Let's get some free gear. And let's take a look at achievements. For those who wonder if I actually play an Iron Man, here you go. Proof of it. So where is it? Not. Why do I want to see all the red blocked out achievements? Answer, I don't. Show me the ones that are relevant. Romanov's last laugh. We will rock you. I see everything. La 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 la. There's a lot of achievements I need to get, isn't there? Well, freaking heck, I can't find it. But I got it. I saw it pop up. So history repeated itself. The achievement I just got basically is for beating the South again. That's it. Now again, there's a different achievement if you play as the South and go down the Silver Legion route, and you win that, you get a totally different achievement, which makes perfect sense. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and focus on getting more guns, followed by probably a little bit more artillery, and then maybe some scout planes. Would have been helpful to get some intelligence for a few combat boosts, and then that'll have to be good enough. Alrighty, I'm waiting for the end of the day, and it should, well, do I get to do the capitulation thing, or is it like not over, or what? No, that's just it. I don't even get a peace deal where I demand all the territory back. Okay. Well, the next thing we now are gonna need to work down, boop, 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 right over here, is the militia organization, the Communal Property Act, and then reintegration, which will allow us to readmit states into the Union. Because as of right now, all the states we had in the South, they're banned. They're on the naughty list. All right, they're very much on the naughty list. They're not allowed to be a proper state in the US of A. Not right now, they're not. Let's get a little more infrastructure up over here, and then we're going to continue focusing on getting more military factories, followed by at least a handful more civilian factories. This should be fine. Let's actually prioritize the military, civilian factories over military, because now we should have a chance to kind of sit back and relax, at least a little bit.
Attention.
Because the next thing that I'm going to have to work on is eventually going to war against Japan. Because we should have the ability to topple them, and while they are actively fighting in China, they're very distracted, and they're not going to be able to do very much over Myanmar. Not very much at all. So I'm looking forward to some of that arrangement. Question with the whole Navy thing, though. First off, y'all don't need to be patrolling anymore. You can stop with all this. Do I have the range to get to Japan? Yes, though it's pushing it just a smidge. If I join Comintern, it'd be a lot easier to take these guys on. But anyway, I want to move these guys all down to a new area over here. They can get through. I've always been confused a little bit on the red here as far as like what's out of range. It looks like these guys can move down this direction through the Panama Canal, even though they have to pass through a red zone, which is good, because I was a little bit worried about all that. Okay, let's see, what else we want to do? Fine on that, fine on all this. Do I care about getting some better bombers? I might actually want to do that against Japan, but first, let's go ahead and, I can't get better artillery yet. We're actually looking really good on a lot of our tech. We're already working on the medium tanks. I probably do want to get some additional upgrades for things like engines and armor, at least one level. I don't usually invest very heavily in these, because army experience is kind of a precious resource, but I am going to want that at least at some point. We could get ourselves like another military commander, and I think that wouldn't be a bad idea for some more experience gain. Infantry division and defense. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll pick that up and go ahead and start just siphoning in some additional army experience. We're getting 0.18 per day now. It's not terrible. And I think it's time to end this video because, I mean, it's been 30 minutes and we win our civil war. Ha 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 ha. You guys suck, suck, suck. Ha ha ha. Did we blow up some of our own boats? I think we did. Oops. Well, why'd you guys send the Navy out after me? Gosh dang it. Oh, well. It's gonna be fine. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.